Welcome to part 3 of the Trifold Waterfall album. You'll need 12 pieces that are 4 by 4.5 and 2 pieces that are 12 inches long by 1.5 inches wide. I had strips that were trimmed off or offcuts that were in that size already, so I was able to just grab from my strips. You're going to score 3/8 inch down on the short side of all 12 of those pieces, and then fold those in half. Or, fold those on the score. I did them in pairs or in groups of 2 or 3 at a time. Maybe not recommended. And your 2 strips, you're going to fold each one of those in half. These are going to be the strap that will hold down our waterfalls. And we're going to have 2 sections with 6 pieces in the waterfall each. I use a decorative punch to make a fun shape at the end of my straps. And it's still attached and it opens. Then I grab my magnets and I'm going to put 1/2 of the 2 pair of magnets we're going to use right here inside each one of those pieces and glue those shut. After I get those glued shut, I will be scoring those at 1 inch and 1.25 inches from the end without the magnet. And that 1 inch by 1.5 inch piece is the part that gets glued down behind each one of the waterfalls. But for now, we're just going to create them and get them scored and then set them aside. I think I even used a pen at one point to try to show you where they're scored and then have to cover that up later. Here we go. I get my pen. I try to show you the score lines, but then realize that's going to look ugly on my project, so anything for you guys. Here I am, scoring at 1 inch, then 1.25. It gives us room to load up our waterfall pages and have those still work. Then to install the waterfall, we're going to use 6, or I decided to use 6 going down from the top in the center back. And then I'm going to go sideways on the inside of the cover with the other one. But we line these one right underneath another, making sure that when they're flapped up and down, they still look straight relative to each other. We glue each one of those down until we have all 6 glued down. I think I do some of these off camera, so you don't have to watch every one of them. Yep, there we go. I came back, I finished doing all 6 of those, and now I'm showing you how I'm going to glue down the strap, the magnetic strap to hold it. Make sure it looks centered. I like using wet glue for this part, so I could move it around and get it just how I wanted it. I'm going to take a paired up magnet and let it match itself to the first magnet. Use a glue dot on there to mark the spot. Put the sticky side down on the glue dot. Use some double-sided tape to cover that up until I'm ready to decorate that page. That side is done. We're going to do the same thing to the other side here. And I think we're almost done with the third part of this. You'll be ready to finish your album and decorate it however you want. If you do make an album of your own, I'd love it if you would tag me in it. I'd really like to see what you made. But thanks for watching, and I really appreciate it and hope you enjoyed this series. Now that our project is all finished, I thought I'd bring mine out again with the amor papers that I showed you at the very start, at the beginning of tutorial number 1 here, so you could see how I used my pages. What I had done was from scrapandcreate.com, from Daphne and Julie there, I had bought a packet of 8 pages that was just one of each one of the designs. I think it was supposed to be a supplement for one of their projects, but I found it a way to add this to my order without adding a big price tag onto an order that was already pretty big. I love their shop. They sent me some really cute little charms and things with it that I totally forgot to use on here. I may come back and add those later. But here it is, my project, how I finished it. And again, if you make one, I'd love to see it. Thanks for watching.